Hey guys, welcome to Shep Talk and my review of Thunderbolts. Directed by Jake Schreier, starring Florence Pugh as Yelena, Sebastian Stan as Bucky, Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina, Louis Pullman as Bob, David Harbour as Alexei, Wyatt Russell as John Walker, and Hannah John Kamen as Ava. Thunderbolts has a runtime of 2 hours and 6 minutes. Story. After finding themselves ensnared in a death trap, an unconventional team of anti-heroes must embark on a dangerous mission, one that forces each of them to confront the darkest corners of their past. Wow, I was not expecting this movie. When Thunderbolts was first announced, I honestly sighed. I thought, this is where we're at with Marvel films now? Even the trailers didn't inspire much confidence. But by the end of this film, I felt like I had been transported back to the early years of the MCU. And I mean that in a good way. Think Captain America, the Winter Soldier vibes. I had concerns about introducing Sentry into the MCU. His power set is massive and often hard to balance. But surprisingly, he works well here. His powers are tempered by his own psychological struggles, which fit seamlessly into the movie's core themes. And speaking of core themes, this isn't just another punch the bad guy movie. Thunderbolts tackles mental health in a surprisingly mature way. Not just through Bob's Sentry, but also through the emotional baggage of each team member. These aren't your sunny side up superheroes. These are damaged, morally gray anti-heroes trying to claw their way back to some form of redemption. Even the comedy lands well, largely because it's grounded in the darkness these characters are working through. It's sarcastic, dry, and often dark, exactly what fits a team like this. Oh, hey, fun detail, the citizens of New York City are so desensitized to people in costumes, they barely blink as the Thunderbolts struck down the street in costume, until an entity starts flying above them, stirring chaos. Post-credit scenes. Guys, this is a Marvel film. We shouldn't have to talk about this, but here we are. We get two here, one mid-credit and one post-credit. The mid-credit is your typical Marvel gag, and yeah, I laughed. But that final post-credit scene, one of the best I've seen in a while, and it sets up future Marvel movies in a big way. Actors. Florence Pugh as Yelena. This is Florence's movie. Full stop. I'm not the biggest fan of Yelena as a character, but I have to give credit where it's due. Florence absolutely nails the emotional depth and leadership this role demands. Louis Pullman as Bob, Sentry, and Entity. Pullman takes on three personas here and delivers in all of them. Bob is a warm and likable someone you could see yourself hanging out with. Sentry is the confident powerhouse who knows he's top tier. And the Entity? He's that dark, intrusive voice, echoing our inner demons. Pullman's performance holds this movie together. Action. Standard Marvel fare, but solid. The standout is an early scene where the Thunderbolts fight each other. It's a showcase of different styles. No CGI heavy gods or cosmic beings. Just raw, grounded brawling, and that's refreshing. Soundtrack. Nothing screams iconic on its own, but the music serves its purpose. It complements the mood and elevates key scenes without being overbearing. Now, onto some of my nitpicks. Red Guardian. David Harbour is great, but Red Guardian is a lot. In small doses, he works, but the over-the-top persona gets grating over some time. The impeachment subplot. This story could have been dropped entirely. It adds nothing substantial and feels like filler. Mel's arc. Geraldine Viswanathan has potential, and the movie tries to give her moments, but her storyline fades into the background and doesn't hit with that emotional punch it should have. That character death. No spoilers, but what was that? A character teased in trailers is off early. It sparks a moment of drama, and then is never really brought up again. It felt like they missed opportunity, or worse, a bait and switch. Overall, Thunderbolts surprised me in the best way. It's gritty, grounded, and more emotionally complex than most Marvel entities in recent memory. While not without flaws, some subplot bloat and underused characters, the movie succeeds on the strengths of its leads and a thoughtful approach to trauma and redemption. Marvel fans who've been longing for that Phase 2 energy, you might just have found it here. With that being said, Shep Talk gives Thunderbolts 3 Sheps out of 5. A solid, darker MCU entry that doesn't reinvent the wheel, but reminds us why we ever cared in the first place. Guys, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. It does truly help my channel, and I do truly appreciate each and every one of you. But guys, that's all I have time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.